a lot of people farm tomatoes. That was one main thing, tomatoes. But we had the season.
The season.
The season, like we had the rain weather, and from September you can start putting out the bag seeds and start the farm.
How about the fish? You had much fish, like?
Much fish. We'll go right here in the harbor, what they call Church Patch. Right here, right out here in the harbor, Church Patch, and we'll catch all different type of fish right there. All around the shoreline here, you know, down, you always caught fish, especially in the winter. Some will be coming around that we call the silverfish.
Silverfish. You still got any silverfish now?
It's been a while. There's still a few around, but it's been a while. You haven't heard of children on the public dock, or usually out that area where the big catch of the silverfish.
Silverfish. That's a
Now that's
fish.
our way of calling it silverfish. I don't know what a real name would be.
But you don't see that fish
And then we
anymore.
had crabs.
A
We
lot
had
of
more
crab.
crabs than what we have now. Our resources has gone down. We had a lot of coconuts, and the big coconuts. But all of them after, I don't know whether it was the Mitch or the Fifi, some bug came around then and they destroyed all of the huge coconut trees.
And how about, they say before it wasn't much money.
It wasn't much money,
There's
but
only-
our money had value. Because I grew up in the time, there were two lempiras for $1.
Two lempiras for $1.
Yeah, I was still in that time at 2 lempiras to $1, and all American money had value here, like the quarters had value, the dime, the nickels, everything as American coin had value on the island when I was growing up.
How about, they told me also about trading in food before.
Well, that was before my time too. That the old folks say that if I had a bowl of cassava and you had fish, I'll give you my cassava and plant and banana, and you give me a mess of fish. That's how the older folks lived. When I came around then, it was still like that, you know, and I remember my dad talking about grating the bananas and putting them out on a sheet of zinc and let it dry. And then they would make a pack off of that called
Tongkonting.
coconting.
Kokonting.
Yeah, or coconting. But it's just a green banana grated and put out to dry, and they would make it like a oatmeal, like a pack out of the bananas. And that was before my time too.
Nobody makes like the different things that.
In my neighborhood, we had a little well out front of us, which was called the Smyrna Well. So people came from all over the place, like the pint and all over, to haul the water from the well. So
Where was
It
that?
was-
Miss Nina Well.
the Smyrna Well right there by Maggie's apartment.
How much wells you had in that time? Not much.
Well, one was there, and Mr. Patlin had one. Which Mr. Patlin water was mostly used for drinking water. And then it was the Indian well. They were mostly the three basic wells that I can recall around the island.
How are you to get drinking water
Mr.
from?
Patlin well. Now that still exists.
Yeah?
Where's that?
Up by Patrick's, Wellington, Nameline Road.
about the iguanas? Before they say that the iguanas were traditional snake.
Well, that was years ago, but the fun with the iguanas that everyone had hunting dogs, you know, or dogs around the house. And so they'll go hunt the iguanas. And it was just a fun day to go run the iguanas because when the dog's running, you get the iguana out the tree and the dog is down below, and then the dog runs and then you runs behind the dog that the dog don't eat the iguana. So that was fun days for us. But after the years came that to go hunting with rifle, and I really truly gave up eating iguanas. I got about 35 years I haven't eaten an iguana.
And turtles?
Total, don't want to see him.
Why?
No, I mean turtles.
turtles.
Yeah,
Turtles.
Well, how about 10, 12 years I haven't eaten turtle.
Turtles.
That because I had some to cook. And I went and I looked for one of my girls, Naomi. I said, Naomi, come. Mama gonna cook a good meal today, a plate of turtle. She said, now, Ma, if you cook that turtle today, I am going to carry you to the police.
What'd she say?
She's going to carry me to the police station.
Naomi.
Naomi.
And then I said, but I never caught the turtle. They gave me this mess of turtle. I didn't catch it. She said, but you just are guilty of eating it. And then I ran down to my uncle and I called him. I said, Uncle, do me a favor. He said, what that is? I said, cook this mess of turtle. When you got it cooked, I come in to eat.
So she didn't cook though, but
Then you got it. Then you.
Yeah, but from then on, I haven't cooked turtle either. Because if my daughter trying to save the environment, working with that, why should I try to go against it?
And before the people used to eat a lot of turtle or now
The
and then?
turtle, I remember the girl, you know, the turtle, was so many turtles around.
They used to eat them.
Yeah, I used to catch them and eat them, and that was a big dish.
Where were the turtles? Were they ever out here too? Or always by
They were
Pumpkin Hill area?
over on this side, Pumpkin Hill side.
Always there.
Yeah, that's where they go and hatch the eggs, you know. Sometime down on, I don't know about the north side or down the beach down on this side, but it wasn't as much as that Pumpkin Hill.
How about the barracuda? Tell us about the barracuda, how seasoned they say.
Well, they say the barracuda has a season that it's poison around August. But I have never had fish poison, so I don't believe in it. I guess so when I get it. I have never had fish poison.
And people don't start believing on this until they get poison.
I guess so, you know.
Do you have to
But
prepare?
I have seen people with fish poison. I have seen
No one ever
people.
did diet with that. For
I don't think so. I don't know.
Do you have to prepare the barracuda a certain way because of poison in it?
No,
No,
one
just
knows,
prepare it
you know, you
normal.
just prepare it and eat it, and then, you know, a couple hours from now you poison it.
But some people give the
But that gets to the ants.
Mm.
Well, that's what I believe in, you know. I don't know if that works.
when the ants eat it.
Or some people will feed the animals first.
Make them die first.
Well, I don't know. I have never been fish poison. And bar is my favorite.
But ants are up there.
So what are the other, los otros temas on
Pollution.
pollution and weight, like how to manage all the plastics, and the difference from the past to today, like and the
How the houses.
Well, when we were children, we never had no plastic. Very rare you see a plastic bag. What we we had were paper bags. And then everyone would clean the yards up and burn their leaves right on the fruit trees to stop the worms from eating the fruits. And then whatever you had, you could have scooped right into the water with that leaves and paper.
Since it's so loud, I just try to move it from here. There.
Yeah, we got leaves and paper, so everything what didn't burn got swept in the water.
And how about the people? And way more people than before? You think that
This
way?
island is overpopulated.
You think that way it less fish? Cause somebody told me that maybe the fish is still the same amount, but we can't see it cause we way more people than where there's a fish.
Well, I don't know. I think everything. It's more people and the more consuming. So I don't know. And if you give the fish the time to roe and hatch, well then probably it would be better, you know. But as time went by too, all of the areas that were conks for hatching and lobsters and whatever, people caught a lobster, what they would do, they would, if it had eggs, they would put it right back in the water. And the conks, the area were closed down for a season. That when they opened up then, they had time to reproduce. So I think everything needs that time to have restriction and be reproduced, you know.
You like that other question?
Otros temas.
How about the sharks? Do you think it's still more sharks than
No.
before?
I don't think so, unless they further out. But we're right down by Chickpeas, that huge plancha cement there. That's what we call the slaughterhouse. That's where the cows would be killed. And all of the guts and everything from the cows would be thrown right out there. And then you'll see when the sharks come in the harbor, but I got years and years and years. I haven't seen or heard about a shark in the harbor.
And you know that had a shark attack here either.
I don't know. I can't recall any out of my head. I don't know.
What years did they stop doing the slaughter, like slaughtering out at that area?
In the recent years, I guess, in the late 1990s, early 2000. Yeah. But that brought in a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People start cutting the clothes out there again.
That brought a lot of fish in, you know.
Where do they do that now? Where?
Yes, on their private property. Yeah.
Would you like to give advice? Advice to the children, like
Well, number one, if you're having a plastic deposit, do not throw it around. Put it in your pocket, a plastic bag or whatever, and you put that in your pocket till when you get to a garbage can. Stop throwing bottles all over the place. That's number one contamination, the plastic. I keep bags of plastic bottles that I pick up all over the place, and I have them in my yard. When they get full, 3, 4, 5 bags, then I'm up to the recycling area. We gotta keep our island clean. And that's number one, throwing garbage around. That's number one. And this is our island, this is where we live in, the environment that we live in. You gotta keep it clean. You see plastic around the road, pick it up. I can travel on a bus or anywhere and I can eat any amount of food, anything that I like, but I always have a bag in my purse. Even in our own truck, I has that bag and I throw that inside of there. Come in, Becky. I throw that inside of there till when I got where I'm going and I dispose of that garbage before I throw that out on the highway.
Who's that, man?
Oh, that interview about you tell about well years ago about where it turned out.
Big U-turn.
Do you remember your days, Becky?
A little bit, not too much. I can't remember that far, but.
All right, I'm gonna move on now.